Dana Dimel. Colin Klein is an interesting kid, and from an offensive perspective, really doesn't do a whole lot of what you've done in the past. I mean, you know the wide open stuff, the passing attacks. Here you've got a kid that carried it more than any college quarterback and ran for more yards than any college quarterback. It was interesting for both of you this season.
Well, Dave, I thought Colin really has a lot of versatility, but he's such a big, strong kid. So we wanted to get the ball in his hand and get him heading downhill as much as we possibly could. So any chance we get the opportunity to do that with him, we've done it, and then he just kept getting better and better at it. But he has a lot of versatility to what he does. He can throw the ball probably a lot better than what people think he can, and as the years gone on, I've really seen his skills progress and seen him develop as a true quarterback. And but yeah, he's run the ball. You know, we're trying to, hopefully in this ball game, Lord willing, we can get him over that record of the most touchdowns ever by a quarterback. So once he gets inside that red zone, thing that he's done in the run game is that if he needs to get that extra yard or two, you'll see a lot of quarterbacks when they carry the ball, they won't do that. Colin just finds a way to get that extra yard or two. It's like a fullback mentality at the quarterback position.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of crazy to say, but in many cases you can't teach toughness. He's just a tough kid.
Yeah, we didn't realize how tough he really was. He's really proved it. I think he kind of showcased it starting in the Miami game this year, that Miami ball game when we went down there. We really didn't know what kind of football team we had, and playing in an environment like that, playing against the type of athleticism and speed that we were going against that day. And that's where his toughness really shined, and then he really started to bring the team along with him. You know, I think his toughness that he's shown has made a lot of the kids on the team a little bit tougher as well.
When you look at your team offensively against Arkansas defense, Arkansas has struggled to stop the run, particularly between the tackles this year, between Colin Klein and Johnny Hoover. You've got some guys that can tote the rock.
Well, we obviously try to run the football. Now, you know, it's against an SEC football team, so they know how to, you know, they're good at stopping the run in that conference. They see it all the time. So, you know, we're very, very concerned about the challenges that lay ahead of us just because, you know, we do what they're used to seeing in the SEC and run the football.
I know earlier, before Christmas, Coach Snyder said that Arkansas defensively may have reminded him maybe of Miami of Florida. When you look at either that team or maybe in Oklahoma when you played in the Big 12,
yes.
Can you compare the two defenses?
I think those are the two. If you had to compare, you know, Arkansas's defense, I would say it's a combination of the two. I mean, I think they got the size and the athleticism that Miami has, and then I think they also have the type of posture and athleticism that you see in Oklahoma's defense. So that would be, you know, how we'd look at them as far as the athleticism stage of it.
There's more offensively for the Wildcats, though, than the two guys we've talked about. I mean, the offensive line has really come along this season. You guys win 8 games by 7 points or less. Different people have to step up and make big plays. I mean, deservedly so. Colin gets a lot of the credit for that because at the quarterback position you get that and the blame too. But offensively, you're a lot more than that.
Yeah, you know, Chris Harper's had a really good season, made some big plays for us at the wide receiver position. He's very talented. We lean on our offensive line. We really stress our offensive line because we try to do so many different schemes within the run game that puts a lot of stress on the offensive line, not only physically but also mentally with what they do. So they have to be very intelligent with what they do. And then when people start to load us up too much, Chris Harper and you know, Tyler Lockett before he got hurt made a lot of big plays for us, and Sheldon Smith made some big plays for us as well. So we got some receivers that when people really do try to take away our run game, they can make some plays in the passing game.